Welcome everyone to this first workshop that I'm doing, and probably the most important one, because this is on who am I, and coming from our hearts, which at the moment of course is the solution to all our dilemmas. So I want to take you through 5 different things in this workshop. The first being connecting, which is very important, connecting through the sun and the earth, and opening your heart right out and expanding it. And the second thing I want to share with you and help you to understand is working with the pain of separation from the source within. The third thing we're going to look at is who am I, and taking you into your heart so you can really connect to who you truly are. And the fourth thing is out of the head and into the heart, listening to your inner voice, always coming from your heart, your inner wisdom, your inner knowing. And the last thing is the choice between love and fear. And we're going to look at going into a fear that you have and being able to transcend it. So first of all, we're just going to start by connecting. So it might help you to close your eyes and take a few deep, slow breaths in. As you breathe out, just letting go of all the hustle and bustle of the day. And I want you to be aware that you are connected to the source of all that is in divine love and oneness. And we understand the source as the sun and this greater central sun. So we're going to be aware first of all of becoming like a tree and connecting to the outer suns. So we are aware first of all of connecting to the greater central sun, the central sun, the second sun. The sun is that beautiful golden light, flows down through your higher chakras, down through your crown, down through your head, down through your neck, and into your chest, aware of the sun within your heart center, at the center of your chest. The beautiful golden light of the outer suns and your inner sun flows down through your body, down through your pelvis, down your legs, out through your feet, and right down into the inner earth sun, as you are aware of connecting to the inner earth sun, the heart of our mother. The beautiful, soft, golden glow of the inner earth sun, as that beautiful energy of the inner earth sun now flows up through the earth, flowing up through your feet, your legs, up through your pelvis, up through your body, through your heart and the sun in your heart, up through your chest, your neck, your head, out through your higher chakras, through the sun, the second sun, the central sun, the greater central sun, to the source of all that is. So you are like a beautiful vessel that brings the energies from the suns right through you and down into the earth, and the beautiful earth energy right up through you and out to the suns, like a tree giving life. As you focus now deeper and deeper into your heart, each breath takes you deeper into the stillness, into the peace, and aware that there's a beautiful, warm, soft, glowing sun right there in your heart center. And it's glowing and radiating out through every cell of your physical body, as every cell of your physical body is light, sparkling, glowing, radiant, alive with life force energy. Every cell remembers its divinity. Every cell is sparkling, glowing, tingling with life force energy. You can feel that through your feet, your toes, your legs, up through your pelvis, up through your body, through all the organs of your body, through your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your fingernails, up through your head, through your teeth, through your nose, your eyes, through your brain, your skull, your hair. Every cell alive with life force energy from the source within you, the sun that you are, your solar self, your divine presence, giving life as that golden light from your inner sun illuminates out through your etheric body, out through your emotional bodies, out through your mental bodies, out through your spiritual bodies, as you are one golden body of light, one gold body of light, fully present in your physical body. As we now connect to the inner earth and the inner earth sun, and taking your awareness back down through the earth to the sun and the very core of the earth. Aware of the beautiful energy of the inner earth sun as it flows up through your earth star chakra, up through your link chakra, up through your base chakra, up through your sacral solar plexus, and into your soul light chakra, which is halfway between your solar plexus and your heart. Aware of the inner earth sun and your soul light chakra as you take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, the inner earth sun is glowing in your soul light chakra. Aware of the beautiful sun in your heart and the golden rays of the outer sun, as the golden rays of the outer sun flow down through your higher chakras, down through your crown, your head, your neck, your chest, and into the sun in your heart. As you take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, the inner and the outer sun are one within your heart. So you are aware of the sun in your heart, the inner earth sun in your soul light chakra. And now a figure eight of energy is flowing between them. In the top circle is the sun in your heart. The bottom circle is the inner earth sun in your soul light chakra. And that figure eight flows faster and faster and faster in glowing light around and through the sun and the inner earth sun within you. As you take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, the inner earth sun and the sun merge, one within you. And as the inner earth sun and the sun merge one within you, you open up to your EarthSun body. Your EarthSun body is a tuning fork, and it aligns you, opens you up to the new paradigm energies, the new light codes. And in your EarthSun body, you're aware that your physical body is one with the earth's physical body. Your etheric body is one with the earth's etheric body. Your emotional bodies are one with the earth's emotional bodies. Your mental bodies are one with the earth's mental bodies. Your spiritual bodies are one with the earth's spiritual bodies. As you are fully one with the earth through all your bodies, through the inner earth sun, through the sun, the central sun, the greater central sun, through all the suns of creation, as you are in your EarthSun body, connected, aligned, strong, and open to all the beautiful light codes, the new paradigm energy. And to help us to get into that new paradigm more easily, I want you to focus now on breathing deeper and deeper into your heart, deeper and deeper. And right there in your heart, I want you to be aware of the beautiful light and consciousness that comes to us on this day from the very center of our galaxy, the heart of our galaxy. There is a pulse of light and consciousness coming to us on this day. So just feeling that beautiful pulse inside your heart, from the heart of the galaxy, all one within you. As you go deeper and deeper into your heart, aware that it is a crossover point into the new creation, into the stillness, the void. So I want you to be aware right there in your heart, there's a beautiful crossover point. As you now go through the crossover point in your heart, through the crossover point in the center of our galaxy, And first you just go into the stillness and the absolute peace, the void. And in that stillness, in that peace, is all creation. As you're aware of the beautiful sound and the lights that are coming to you from the higher dimensional earth, from the higher dimensional you, and the beautiful light codes that you're absorbing through your heart and through the crossover point within you. And now we're going to look at the pain of separation from the source within. All pain that you experience, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual pain, regardless of what sort of pain it is, the very core causal factor that's created that pain in the first place is because you feel separate from the source within you, your divine presence. So in order to help us to get through that pain, you might be triggered. As we're going along our journey, we always get triggered at different levels that we're experiencing. And we could call it the dark night of the soul. Often we go into a stage in our journey where we feel a lot of pain. We might even feel very sore in the back of our heart chakra and our back. We could feel a lot of grief. We don't even know where it all comes from. A lot of pain, and we don't even know where that all comes from. Something may trigger you. Someone or some beautiful pet or something may have just passed over in your life and you are so bereaved, or you might have had a relationship breakup, lost your job, something that's triggered it. But the pain you actually feel is so deep. And you might just be screaming out in that pain because that pain is so great. Well, this is a blessing because this is showing you the separation that you have from yourself, from your divine essence. So in order to really help you to get through that pain and to really be one with who you truly are, first of all, always do that connecting exercise that we just did. And then always make sure you know that you are the sun. Regardless of how upset you are, how much pain you are in, that sun is glowing out through you. And then look at what it is that's triggered you. What's going on in your life that's so painful at the moment? And then breathe into that. Take deep, slow breaths, abdominal breathing. So as you breathe in, your tummy pops right out. You're getting a full breath. You're holding that breath. And then as you breathe out, your abdomen contracts and goes down. And you just keep repeating that deep breathing. That is going to center you. That is going to get you out of your head. And that is going to get the light and the oxygen into all the cells of your body and the light through your whole being. So when you do this, then eventually, and these things take time, that pain will go and it will never come back. When I experienced that pain in my own life, I was going through a full-on time with a twin soul, mirror, mirror on the wall, who was showing me every part of me that I did not love in myself. And I experienced such pain. I remember screaming out to the Creator. I was in so much pain. But once I got through that, just by doing simply what I've shared with you now, but once I did that, I found that that pain never came back. And not long after that, my father passed over, and I didn't feel any sadness, any grief. I just felt great joy for him, for now moving into the higher realms and continuing his journey. So it does work, and it will really help you. I do have a whole booklet on this and an MP3. So you might want to check up on that later. I'll have all the details of these things below this video. So the third thing I want to look at with you is, who am I? So I want you to just think for a minute about yourself. Who am I? Now, if you say, I am a mother or a father, or I am a person, or I am a teacher or a baker, or whatever you do, well, that's not who you are. That is actually an experience that you're having from the divine being that you are, having an experience here in a physical body on earth. So it's not who you are. So we're just going to do a little exercise now, and I just want you to repeat these words after me. And I want you to just say, I am eternal love. I am divine light. I am radiant. I am joy. I am peace. I am universal flow. I am strong. I am wisdom. I am clarity. I am humility. I am that I am. And now I want you to focus. Closing your eyes might be very helpful. Taking your breath as you go deeper and deeper into your heart. And I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, I want you to take your awareness right out, expand it right out, unlimited, right out into the cosmos. As you breathe out, I want you to bring your awareness right into the stillness, right within you. Breathing in and taking your awareness right out into the cosmos, to the beyond. As you breathe in, bringing your awareness right into the stillness, into the peace. Breathing in as you take your awareness right out. As you breathe out, bringing your awareness right into your center. So just continue doing that breath with that awareness in your own rhythm and time. And now in the last in-breath, when you take your awareness right into your center, into the stillness, into the peace, go into that stillness and peace and ask, who am I? And the voice will come from your heart and tell you. not from your head, your heart. And when I first experienced this many years ago, I was very unconfident. I was in my mid-20s, and I was learning to be a naturopath at the time. But I had so much fear, so much anxiety. I was so shy, introverted. But once I knew who I was and I had that connection, and my heart just screamed it out to me from my heart, it changed me for forever. I knew who I was. It didn't mean that I was going to go and jump out of a plane. I didn't need to prove anything physically. But what it meant was that I could stand up in front of hundreds of people and give a talk without getting embarrassed or anxious. It meant that my energy field was incredible. I would just go around and see people and friends, and then I would leave and their baby was healed, or they felt amazing, or got healing for whatever was going on with them. So this is very powerful. It shifts our frequency completely. And now I'm going to share with you a little exercise to help you even more get out of your head and into your heart, to be able to listen to your inner voice, to be heart-centered. So I want you to just think about right now a problem that you have. This could be a health issue, a problem in a relationship, with money, with work, or you might want to know something. You might want to learn some amazing universal truth about something, because everything is there within you. You are all wisdom, you are all knowing, but it's just how do we access that? So just thinking about your problem, we're just doing one, okay? You can do this afterwards with lots of other things, or keep practicing it, because practice does help us to really get it. So just thinking about this problem or this question that you have. And I want you to imagine that it's right up there. So you know it's there in your mind, that question's in your head, okay? So imagine that there's a box in your head and you're putting that question or that problem into that box up there in your head. Now I want you to put a lid on that box. Now I want you to imagine that you're wrapping it up with beautiful wrapping paper. Now I want you to imagine that you're putting a ribbon around it. So you've got this beautiful parcel right up there in your head, in your mind, that's got your question or your problem in it. Now I want you to imagine that this parcel is now moving down. Slowly, it's moving down behind the back of your head. It's moving down behind the back of your eyes. The parcel with your problem or your question in it is now moving down behind the back of your nose. It's moving down behind the back of your teeth and your upper throat. The parcel with your question or your problem in it is now moving down through your neck, moving down behind your collarbone, as the parcel with your question or your problem in it is now moving down through your chest, and it goes clunk right there into your heart center. And I want you to now ask about that question or that problem and listen to the voice that comes from your heart. Now, I'm going to cut in pretty fast here because it would have come fast. It would have been the first thing that came into you, your awareness. After that, your mind gets back into it. So your mind starts telling you blah, 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 the usual old stuff. So trust what that first thing was. It could be very simple. It could just be saying, just love and accept it. But before, you didn't know how to love and accept it. But now you can, because it's coming from your heart and not your head. Now, if you didn't get anything, it doesn't matter. So please don't think you're a failure or you've stuffed up. You have not. I had to practice this quite a few times. So, you know, it might take doing this over and over again a few times. Because what we're actually doing is, when we have that little visualization about putting the question or the problem into the box, making it up, making it up into a nice parcel, you're keeping your mind nicely occupied. So your mind's very happy. And then you can get sneakily away from your mind, get it into your heart, and then your heart can talk to you. Even if you got nothing, you might have felt a shift in energy from the energy that's in your head to the energy that's coming from your heart. So if you keep doing this, you are going to get very proficient at this. And what's going to happen is you won't have to keep using that visualization. What's going to happen is that you will just then bypass all that, and then you will start saying, oh, what does my heart say about this? And then you'll get some sort of words of wisdom from your heart, and it will be talking from your heart. And then as you go along a bit further, you will then notice that you don't even have to ask anything. It's just like you're just continually heart-centered. You're continually coming from your heart. And the wisdom of your heart and the love from your heart is guiding you all the time. So please practice this until you get there, because boy, does it make a difference. Because our head is always going to sidetrack us and be saying things that our logical mind and our ego, like, to give you an example, when I first did this exercise way back, and I had to do it a few times, but I would even ask things like, oh, is there any mail in my post office box? Because I lived way up in the bush in Queensland at the time, and I had to travel over a lot of dirt roads to get to the little store that had my post office box in it. And it was a hassle to get there. So if I was going into town for supplies, it was in a completely different direction. So if I could avoid going there, if my logical mind would say to me, of course my mind would say, oh no, go and check, there could be something there. Of course, that's what the head says, right? But my heart would either tell me, oh yes, there's something there. It would say, no, there's nothing there. So that would help me a lot. Help me when I was traveling, even with water. I just asked my inner self, oh, is this water okay to drink? Inner self would say yes or no. And so from there, it's endless and unlimited, the wisdom in your heart. So you can use it for the most practical things of everyday life and for the most cosmic, amazing information that, when you're clear enough, is able to come through. Okay, so we've just got one more thing we're going to look at now, and that's our choice between love and fear. And often people think, yeah, okay, we know we've got to choose between love and fear, but how do I do that? Well, it's not difficult, okay? It's a matter of owning your fears, because we all have fear. And one time I had so much fear, I was triggered. It was when I was a naturopath and I was seeing people, and I saw this lady and her daughter. I thought nothing of it. They got better. Off they went. A year later, I got a telephone call from these family services people demanding that they see me about the mum and the daughter, as if I'd done something really wrong. So what happened, because I had so much fear in me, I instantly went into fear. I thought, oh no, I was almost paralyzed by fear from these people. It was obviously karmic. So I looked at everything. We're going to have some other workshops about all of that down the track, or I've got stuff on my website. But I cleared all the karmic stuff. I was even clearing the room. I was scrubbing the walls. I was scrubbing the floors. I spent a whole week getting through this fear. I was just breathing into it, loving it, accepting it. It was just about paralyzing me. There was so much fear in me that these people had triggered in me. I was very grateful that they did. And so, of course, one of the things that I really realized as I was breathing into all the fears that I was aware of and all the karmic stuff and everything else was that in other lifetimes, I would be killed for who I was, you know, like the witch being burnt at the stake, all that sort of stuff. And then I realized as I was breathing into that, I got my inner self, my inner voice told me, once I'd cleared enough of this fear, it told me, now they cannot take your body either. Before they could take my body, but never my soul. But now no one can take my body either. And not long after that, I realized what that really meant, because I was in Mexico on one of my big picture missions. I was guided to go to this pyramid at Bican, Pathway of the Serpent, in the Mayan tradition. It was a sacred site, an initiation site, a serpent site. Long story, but I'll just talk very short version, super short. I was in the pyramid. I got in the pyramid, crawled on hands and knees through this tunnel. I was guided to get in there. It had just been excavated, so there was no bars stopping me. I was standing in there wondering what the heck. This man that I'd seen before, I heard someone coming through the pyramid, but I was so naive and so dumb, I just thought it was a tourist, but there was no torchlight. Anyway, the sound of this person crawling through the pyramid was getting closer and closer. Then suddenly, here's this guy that I'd seen before, but I hadn't been warned about, who was spying on me. And he had a machete in his hand, and he was just about ready to completely kill me, cut me up with the machete. My first reaction was, I don't believe this. My next reaction was, he's not even going to ruin my blouse. And then I just spoke these words that came out of me. You would call it light language. We might talk about that down the track a bit too, some other workshops we're going to do. No big deal, light language. Anyone can do it. It's already in you. And I just spoke those words. Just like that. You can feel the energy of that, can't you? Well, that was enough. He completely freaked out. I didn't bother to stick around to see that. My only thought was, I'm out of here. Meanwhile, he was trying to rip my torch out of my hand. The machete was just about ready to cut me into pieces. I make the sounds, and the next thing, I'm just moving now in a tunnel of light through the pyramid. Okay, whereas before it was a little tunnel that I had to crawl on hands and knees. So I'd become my body of light because I had no fear. I was actually in the sarcophagus area of the pyramid, because all real initiations, you die if you don't pass. And if you pass, you hold the Ankh, the giver of life and light. Now, I'm not saying that I was anyone great when that happened, and so what? But that guy freaked out. I didn't realize what was going on. I just knew I was out of there. I was standing up through the tunnel of light. I looked at the jungle. I thought, oh, what do I do? Inner self, he could get me. There's vines and everything. My inner self said, just go to the front of the pyramid. And I saw him. He'd got up through the inside the pyramid, up the inner steps, and he'd run down the pyramid. And he was running into the jungle with his machete, completely freaked out. Dum-dums me didn't even realize And I was saying to my inner self, oh, I'm supposed to have an initiation in there. I don't know if I want to go back in that pyramid again. My inner self was saying, if you've got to go back in that pyramid again, you'll go back in that pyramid again. Anyway, I got pretty hungry, burning up a lot of energy. So I sat there and ate my tortillas and my avocado. Then this couple came along and they said, are you all right? And I said, yeah, this guy just tried to kill me in the pyramid with red cap. They freaked. Anyway, they went off. Finally, I realised, my inner self told me, go back to where you first saw him in the plaza. I'm carrying my water bottle, my weapon, and saying, if I'm really that bastard, I'm only going to give it to him. Meanwhile, I still hadn't got it. That's how thick I am, or what really happened. But of course, when I got back to the plaza, I was sitting there where I'd seen this guy spying on me in the first place, and my inner self said, that was your initiation. You passed with flying colours. You had no fear in the power of the sound. The reason I'm telling you the story is because I'm not perfect. And after that, I was walking back. I had to walk for about 8 kilometers back to this little town to get this little bus back to this other little place where I was staying miles away. And I said to myself, okay, I feel like Amazon woman, but what do I still fear? And at the time, I was told, because this guy that I'd been having an experience with, who lived in Kashmir, wanted to marry me, but different culture. I'm a freedom freak. No way, no one could I do that. And my inner self said, getting married to Bashir. I thought, yeah. But it wasn't just him that was triggering me. I had to go through about 2 or 3 years of major looking at intimacy issues. So I'm not saying that we're ever perfect. There's something always around the corner. But because I'd breathed into enough of those fears, my fears, when I really needed to, I was through the eye of the needle. And this is where we're at now. Okay? So if you can breathe through all of your fears, you too are through the eye of the needle. You too are a being of light. And we are being given this great initiation at this time, thanks to the dark forces. We must thank them and honor them, because without them, we do not know the light. They are giving us the greatest gift. All this control dramas that we're going through is giving us the greatest gift to become our true selves, to become our unlimited selves. All these limitations, this lockdown, the more they lock us down, the more they help us to be unlimited. So we're very blessed. And also, even if there was a tsunami coming right this very moment, 100-foot wave hurtling towards me, in that split second, if I don't go into fear or you don't go into fear, you move right through it. Because fear is only in the 3rd dimension. And you are a multi-dimensional being. I know you might think, how can that be? We're going to do some more little workshops on that, okay? But you are a multi-dimensional being, and it's only the teeniest little bit of you in the 3rd dimension that's here. So how can that teeny little bit of you allow yourself to be ruled by every other part, suppressing every other part of you? It's only the fear. And the fear is easy to clear. It's not difficult, but it requires a little bit of application. You've got to do it. It's not about thinking, oh yeah. It's not, oh yeah. It's sit still, do some deep breathing, and work on loving and accepting. So I'm going to hold the energy for you now, and I'll probably make some sounds as well. And I want you to think about something you're really fearful of right now. Some of you might not be very hard because there's a lot of fear on the planet right now. Okay, so I want you to just think about just one thing, okay, just one thing that you fear right now. And I want you to be aware that you are connected. So just being aware that you're connected through the sun in your heart, through the sun in the inner earth, as that beautiful inner earth energy comes back up through you, through your heart, back out to the source. The beautiful sun in your heart is glowing out through all the cells in your body, through your etheric, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies, one gold body of light. You're in your EarthSun body. You've moved through the center of the galaxy. in stillness, open to the higher dimensional realms and the new light codes and your divine essence of your true self. And now I want you to just think of that fear and focus on your breath. So deep, slow breaths. Okay, so breathing in and your tummy is popping right out, holding it. Then slowly breathing out and your tummy contracts. You've got to get all that oxygen because that fear is affecting the cells of your body. It's affecting your health. That fear is also out there in your energy field. So we're breathing in golden light, the highest vibration of divine love. Or if it feels more appropriate for you, breathing in the 13 rays of the rainbow. I have all this on my website. The 13 rays of the rainbow. Either one, the gold or the 13 rays of the rainbow, whatever you feel intuitively. You do not have to be visual. It's all about your intention, and energy follows intention. Most people are not visual. Just use your imagination. Imagine you're breathing in golden light, or imagine you're breathing in the 13 rays of the rainbow. And you're breathing them into that fear wherever you feel it in your body. You'll feel it. It will be in there, probably in your guts or wherever it is. And just as you're doing that, just saying, I'm loving it. I'm accepting it. I'm surrendering to it. I'm embracing it. And just keep saying that over and over as you're breathing in the golden light, deep, slow abdominal breaths into that fear, wherever you feel it. And you're breathing in and you're thinking the words as you're breathing it in, I'm loving it. I'm accepting it. I'm surrendering to it. I'm embracing it. So just doing that now in your own rhythm, in your own time. And I'm just going to make some sounds to help as well as a catalyst to help shift this for you a lot faster. Akayana shigesran, nashike atiana. Sukumayana. Ishkishamaya takiasa. Ialai. Amahishe gagai. Kushkemayana. Etikayasham. Ji ayata. Shakesha. You notice how the sun came out then? It always does. It's always a sign. The beloved sun of our true selves, the solar beings that we truly are. The sun always comes out to show when things have shifted. Always, always. We are one with the sun. And I will do some other workshops going deeper into the sun because we are suns. And I'd just like to show you, because we're not going to go any further now. You can just do all this at home. I'm going to have links down the bottom of this of all the free information of how to do all these things on my website. Also some links to some MP3s that I have. And I just want to show you one of my mandalas. I make many mandalas. I'm an artist. Some of these paintings behind me are mine. I have endless paintings and endless mandalas. I'm a bit of a creator goddess. And this is the mandala. Oh, wait a minute, how's the light going on there? Okay, I might just pull the curtain for a minute. Hold on. We can get this light a bit better. Okay, now this is the mandala of unconditional love and acceptance, expressing my joy. This is from the Even Star Mandala set. But mandalas also help. So too do essences. And lots of other things that we're going to look at. Mudras. I've got a lot of these in the free section in my shop as well. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here, for being who you are, and for really being a beautiful being, dedicated to wanting to be who you truly are, because we need every single one of us. We're all here now at this beautiful time to move into the higher dimension of ourselves and the higher dimensional earth. So may you always be blessed with the radiance of the pure love and divine light of your inner sun, the source within you. Nehe Shakayana Takayati Yashima.